Hey, Good Sam, this is Pastor Jed. If you missed last week's sermon, it's simple. Don't be lazy. Yeah, I said it, don't be lazy. Why aren't we to be lazy? Well, we're in a series where we're asking God to teach us to number our days so that we may gain a heart of wisdom. Last week, Moses encouraged us to begin this prayer by looking up, by recognizing who God is. This week, we were reminded to look down, to study creation. Solomon encourages us in Proverbs 6 to look at the ants, because ants are always moving, they're always in motion, they're getting stuff done. They don't have a taskmaster. They aren't reporting back to a supervisor. They're not checking things off their to-do list. They just know what needs to be done, and they're doing it. Solomon reminds us that work, it's meant to be productive. It's meant for our pleasure. It's meant for good. On Sunday, we were reminded that the second thing that God gave Adam was a job. The first thing God gave Adam was the breath of life. And then he gave Adam a job, something that he could accomplish, something that he could fulfill, something that would build his identity and his character. Work was meant to be enjoyable. And I think we've experienced that. Remember the best day on the job, the best day when you made that speech, where you had that presentation, where you built that project, that best day when you completed that task and you just came home feeling like $1,000,000? That's how work was meant to be, but something happened when sin entered the world. Work became mundane and became difficult. We began to sweat, to develop sore muscles, to lose interest. And we can take that to a certain extent where we become couch potatoes, or like Solomon would say, we become sluggards. A sluggard is a hater of work. They're not unemployed. They have jobs. They just hate their jobs and they hate working. And so they lie around, they waste time, they scroll, they shop, they chat, they do anything except for the work that they've called to do. And Solomon says, don't be like that. He says, if we are sluggards, then we will waste away our time. And if we waste away our time, we will waste away our life. He goes on to say this. Let me read it to you. It's from Proverbs 30. He says, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief, scarcity like an armed man. The last thing that we want to do is to get to the end of our life and realize that God did not give us a heart of wisdom, and we did not use our time wisely, that the time was stolen, it was lost, it was squandered. We were sluggards. We wrapped up the sermon by being reminded that we all have work to do. And I'm not just talking about 9-to-5 jobs. I'm not talking about the things that we do to get paychecks. We all have work to do because we're all invited to join God in the work that God is doing. And so this Sunday, we're going to be reminded how we can apply ourselves to that work, how that work can be meaningful, fulfilling, and how the work we do now will translate into eternity. This is what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that we are currently in a season at Good Sam where every time I turn around, I see God's work in progress. I see you partnering with God. And so thank you for a church that's willing to roll up your sleeves and work hard for the glory of God. Blessings.